Stop. Freeze where you are. Don't you dare change this video. If you do, you'll make a mistake that it can't be fixed anymore. Look at the calendar. April 2026. You think it's just winter? Do you think it's just snow outside? You're wrong. Outside is the beginning of the end of the world you're used to. We warned you a year ago. We warned you a month ago, but you didn't listen. You lived your normal life, went to work, paid loans, we scrolled through our news feeds, laughing at memes. The laughter ended. Vanga, the blind ruler who saw through time better than we see through glass, called this period the days of glass dust. She said, in the year 26, people will breathe, but there will be no air there will be. People will watch, but there will be no light. People will wait for salvation, but the doors will close. Listen carefully. Me now. The information we're about to reveal was seized from the secret archives of the Bulgarian Secret Services just 3 days ago. Back. This is the red folder. The folder with the stamp. Open only when the fiery horse arrives. And that horse is already here. And there are no random words in this video. Every phrase is the key to your survival, but there is one condition. Vanga said, only those who stick together will be saved. A lone branch breaks in the wind. A broom cannot be broken. Our Point Taken channel. This is the very same broom. This is the ark. Right now, don't put it off for a second. Look under the video. See the subscribe button? Click it. This is not a request. This is a safety instruction. Vanga warned. Anyone who doesn't hear the second signal will go deaf forever. The video is the first signal. Subscribing to the Point Taken channel and the bell is a guarantee that what you'll hear second. When YouTube starts to fall, when the algorithms go crazy, when lies flood the screens, only we let stay in touch. Only subscribers will get the truth while everyone else gets digital poison. Do it. Click the button, become part of the circle. And now, when we are together, let's open the red folder. Chapter 1. The archive they tried to burn. Fast forward to 1996. A hospital ward in Sofia, a government clinic. Vanga is dying. Her body is weak, almost transparent, like parchment, but her spirit darts about like a bird in a cage. There are no doctors next to her. There are people in gray next to her. Suits. They record her every word on a reel-to-reel tape recorder. She's delirious. She's screaming. She's talking about the 26th. Why did you let the horse go? She shouts. Why did you open the gates? It will burn the grass. It will drink up the rivers. The men in suits look at each other. They think that this is agony. They think the old woman has gone crazy. They turn off the recording. They have committed a crime against humanity, because in that part of the film which they considered nonsense, contained a detailed map of the events of April and May 2026. We reconstructed this record bit by bit, from the stenographer's drafts, according to the recollections of the nurses who were on duty that night. And what we learned made us shudder. Vanga wasn't delirious. She saw us. She saw you sitting in front of the screen in April. On the 26th, she said, I see people with dead eyes. They look into black mirrors, smartphones, and mirrors suck out their souls. But the main prediction was not about technology, it was about fire and water. 2026 is the year of the fire horse according to the Eastern calendar. Vanga called it the year of the wild horse. Once every 60 years, this sign comes to change the world, but this time everything will be different. Vanga, she said, last time the horse just kicked. This time he will bolt, and no one will be able to hold the reins. She predicted a great overthrow. Kings will fall from their thrones. Gold will turn into shards, and truth will become more precious than bread. But the terrible is what must happen in the spring. Vanga called it Red Easter. Not in the church sense, but in meaning the color of the sky. In May the sky will turn red, she whispered. And it will be as dark during the day as at night, and people will look for light, but the bulbs will not light. Are you ready to hear the truth about why will this happen? Are you ready to find out why Vanga forbade leaving the house on certain days in 1926? If you haven't subscribed yet, do it now, because we'll name the dates later. Those who haven't signed up, they will miss notifications about the next emergency release, and it may cost them dearly. Vanga, she said, in a flock, Birds fly after the leader. A lost bird is eaten by a hawk. Don't be a lost bird. Subscribe, we continue. Chapter 2. The Three Horsemen of April. Why now? Why did April 1926 become the starting point? Vanga saw three signs that must coincide, and they have coincided right now, while you are watching this video. Sign 1. Warm winter and cold hearts. Vanga said, when flowers bloom in winter and love freezes in people, expect trouble, look at the weather. The climate has gone crazy. Temperatures are fluctuating, snow is falling where it shouldn't, rain is falling in the Arctic. Nature is screaming, the earth is in a fever. And people, Vanga, she said, brother will fight brother not for land, but for words. Words will become sharper than knives. We see this in the comments. We see this in families. Hatred has become the norm. This is the first sign that the fiery horse has already begun to trample our souls. The second sign. The fall of the iron bird. There is a strange phrase in the archives. When the big iron bird falls without a shot and the world trembles, know that time has passed. Think back to the news of the last few weeks. Strange plane crashes. Navigation system failures aren't technical problems. They're a change in the Earth's magnetic field. Vanga called it the Earth's breathing. The Earth will sigh, she said, and everything that is held by magnets will fall. Compasses will lie, the paths will be confused. In 2026, navigators will lead you to a dead end. Don't trust the instruments, trust your instincts. A sign. Third. The silence of the leaders. Vanga predicted, on April 26th, the kings will fall silent. They will speak, but their words will be empty, like husks, and real decisions will be made in the silence underground. She saw the bunker conspiracy. The world's elites know what's coming. They know about the fiery horse. They're preparing for themselves. Arcs. And they feed us, ordinary people, fairy tales of stability. They will smile from the screens, she said. Vanga. But their hands will tremble, for they know that God's wrath cannot be hidden under concrete. All three signs came true. We've entered a zone of turbulence. And now I'll tell you what Vanga told me to pass on only to those who know how. Listen. Please note, if you haven't clicked the subscribe button yet, this is your last chance to do so before let's voice the main prohibition. We are forming a closed circle, a circle of the saved. A subscription is your ticket to this circle. Vanga, she said, hold the leader's hand and you will pass through the swamp. I extend my hand to you, grab it, sign. Chapter 3. What will happen in the spring? Red May. The scariest thing in the Red Horse folder is this is a description of the spring of 1926. We are used to waiting for spring as salvation, but this year's spring will bring not flowers, she will bring fire. Vanga said, fear May, the fifth month, fifth number, fifth sign. Numerology plays a fatal role here. In May of the 26th year, the planets will converge, forming the cross of fate. Vanga described it this way, the sun will become angry. It will spit fire onto the earth. Scientists call this super flash. Class X. But Vanga didn't see physics, she saw metaphysics. Invisible fire, she said. It will pass through walls. It will burn not the body, it will burn out the mind. In May of 26, the world may be engulfed by an epidemic of madness, sudden outbursts of aggression. People will forget who they are. People will jump out of windows. Their heads will become hot and hearts cold, the vision predicted. This is the influence of the fiery horse. Its energy is too powerful for weak souls. The weak will burn out like light bulbs during a power surge. But there is another danger, a man-made one. Vanga said, the web will break. She was referring to the global internet. One day, she prophesied, all the screens will go dark, and a great silence will descend. People will rush about like blind kittens. They won't be able to buy bread, because money will become invisible and disappear. Imagine a world without communication, no bank cards, no GPS. Are you ready for this? Do you know how to survive in the concrete jungle when the power goes out? The Matrix. Most don't know. They will die in the first weeks from panic, from hunger, from looters. But Vanga left instructions. She left 3 keys to salvation for the 26th year. And the first key is information. Listen. Those who whisper the truth, not those who shout through a megaphone, she taught. Our Point Taken channel is that very whisper of truth. We'll give you survival instructions every day. We'll tell you when to stock up on water. We'll tell you when to stay home. We'll tell you what words to read, to ward off trouble from children. But to hear this, you must be with us. You must be subscribed. Check your subscription. Right now, check if the bell is lit. If not, you risk being left alone in silence. Chapter 4. West and North. Who will fall? Vanga always spoke of geopolitics in images. In her prophecy for the 26th year, she was merciless to the West. She called it a glass tower. The tower is high, she spoke in oblivion. She sparkles in the sun, but inside she is rotten, and her foundation is washed away. In the 26th year the fiery horse will strike this tower with its hoof. I see a crack, Vanga whispered. It will go across the ocean. The dollar will become paper that will be used to heat stoves. Europe will freeze not from the cold, but from loneliness. Vanga predicted the collapse of alliances. Those who swore friendship would be at each other's throats for a piece of bread. The borders will close. It will be everyone for themselves. Europe will turn into a quilt. Feudal principalities, migrants, riots, fires. Paris will cry, Berlin will be silent, London will go underwater. Figuratively or literally. The question is open. This is payback. Payback for lies, for pride, for the fact that they forgot God. And what about the northern land? What about Russia? Vanga's expression changed when she spoke of Russia in the year of the horse. Her face brightened. Russia is a horseman, she said in a firm voice. Only Ivan can tame the fiery horse, but it won't be an easy walk. The rider it will be hot, the fire will lick his heels. Many will get scared and fall from the saddle. In 1926 in Russia, the Great Purge will begin. The fire horse will not tolerate traitors, will not tolerate thieves. Everything rotten will burn, Vanga said. Officials who stole, they will run like rats, but they will have nowhere to run. Russia will pass through fire and become steel. It will become a fortress. The whole world will be drowning in madness, but Russia will stand like a rock, and everyone will reach out to her, asking for protection. But Vanga warned, the entrance to this fortress will be narrow. Not everyone will be allowed in. Only those who are faithful will be saved, those who are not, betrayed. You, who are watching this video, you live on this earth. Your task now is not to betray yourself, not to give in to panic. Vanga said, hold on to your roots. A tree without roots is the first to fall. Your roots are your memory, your faith, your family. And Our Point Taken channel is your guide. We'll tell you how to strengthen these roots. We'll tell you what your family. Don't lose us. Subscribe. This is your line of defense. Chapter 5. Forbidden Theme. Children of Fire. There was a page in the archives that they tried to tear out. It concerns our children. Vanga said, children born in the year of the fire horse and children living in this year will change. She called them children of fire or mutants of the spirit. Their eyes would see what was hidden. They would read thoughts. They will not listen to the old teachers. In 2026, an evolutionary leap will occur. The atmosphere, saturated with new vibrations, will change DNA. Vanga warned parents, don't break them. Don't force them to live the old way. The old world is dead. They came to build a new one. If you have children or grandchildren, you have to know how to protect them. You have to know how to talk to them this year because they will feel anxiety more acutely than we do. They may have headaches, strange dreams. Vision is not an illness, it is awakening of the gift. In the following videos, we will give special prayers and practices from Vanga for the protection of children in the 26th this year. For subscribers only. You can't miss this. If you value their future, click subscribe. Do it for them.